just like we have here in Chicago, we got a group who is trying to push for the Olympics here, and they use all kinds of propaganda, all kinds of stuff, and PR stuff to get people to support the Olympics. When, if you read this piece that was published back in the summer, around July, August 2007, a piece published in Indies Times magazine entitled "The Olympic Hustle," it talks about how this whole Olympic stuff, the Olympics is a game. It's a joke. It's a ruse. It's basically wherever they have the Olympics, whether it's in Mexico, Atlanta, Georgia, etc., they end up forcefully evicting people, removing people from their homes, demolishing their homes, pushing poor folks out of the area, arresting homeless people, pushing working class folks out of their homes. These people who are part of the Olympic committees and groups build these Olympic villages, these homes and stuff like that, all these businesses in order to push these people out, and it's all part of the urban renewal gentrification program and stuff, and it's not about empowering people. They talk about that there's gonna be jobs. Well, the Olympics only last for less than like what, 2 months? So I mean, after that you don't have a job. Unless if you're not part of the in-crowd, you're not gonna be taken care of.
But it's bigger than the Olympics.
Yes, it is. It's much bigger. It's about globalization. It's about control. It's about power. Because Richard Longworth, in his book Global Squeeze, talks about how they've been trying to create a web of elites. A web is a network of elites that they got different responsibilities, like Team A, Team B. You know, like even in a football team, you got on the football team, you got people who will basically come up with the various strategies and approaches, and you got the offense and defense. Each of them have a role to play, and this is all part of these people. Is all part of their strategy, is to keep people divided. See, the working class and poor and other people who are conscious need to come together and get organized. Because I'm telling you, this is going to take dedicated, committed effort to challenge people. We're going to have to set up educational programs. We're going to have to start organizing people. We're going to have protesters, marches, civil disobedience, and we need to really do research, and we need to challenge these people. We need to target the politicians who work with the elite, who are part of the corporate elite, or the business elite, or the ruling elite, or the ruling aristocracy of the United States. And that's the reason why many people need to go and find out what's going on. That's the reason why the reason why we're not able to make certain advancements, because of what's going on in society. And it's because of these people who control the major institutions that rule society.
You don't watch Sean Hannity? You don't listen to Rush Limbaugh, Sean Hannity, Rush Limbaugh, Glenn Beck? How you doing, Glenn Beck? You don't watch that?
No, because I consider them really the jokes. They're propagandists. They're just like that Nazi propagandists that was doing the same thing back in the 30s and 40s and stuff like that, when it was demonizing people and stuff like that. These people, they're no different than Joseph Goebbels. Okay, I consider Rush Limbaugh a modern day Joseph Goebbels. Okay, wow. He's a propagandist. They are all them, this birthing movement, when they talk about Barack Obama is not a legitimate citizen. Talking about, you got a police officer looking up his doing a legal search of his records, trying to find his arrest record. President Barack Obama's arrest record.
You don't think Sean Hannity is a great American?
No, he's not a great man. He's a joke. He's a great American joke. Sean Hannity, Cole, all of them, they are a joke. They're propagandists. Rush Limbaugh, all those people, they're the ones who are responsible for like the recent killings at this church. These are the people who are listening to people, who are listening to these to the Hannitys, Cole, went out and killed people, killing people at the birth. With the abortion clinics where people who are having abortions and stuff, who basically for birth control and stuff like that. These people who are talking about birth control went over there and killed a few people who didn't agree with them, who killed doctors, murdered. They're terrorists. They're modern day terrorists. And all the stuff what they're doing to black folks and stopping people and arresting people and doing all that stuff, this all is a part of state-sponsored terrorism. This is deliberate. This is no accident. Now people can talk about conspiracy. I mean, they're doing the same thing to people in New York, where they stop and frisk. They're stopping, the police are stopping and frisking black men and women and Puerto Rican men and women.
It's a police state. It's basically a police state. We know that.
And they want to do the same thing here in Chicago.
Well, I'm scared of the mayor.
Oh, you're not scared of the mayor. No, he got too many problems anyway. He got the parking meters. He got this Olympic stuff where you find out about Michael Scott being a part of all that little stuff.
I kid about the mayor. The Chicago politics is something. We know that.
Scared of the mayor.
Let's go back to being a parent. You have a daughter. I have a daughter. I have a son. We have children.
Yes.
Who are still in the public schools. I mean schools rather.
Right.
And the bottom line is, how do we raise children in this modern day America that is a crumbling United States of America, what strategy do we use to raise our children, man?
Well, the strategy we use, we're going to have to start having Saturday schools. We're going to start educating our children ourselves. We're going to have to start giving them a you know, what Marcus Garvey was talking about, a race education. You know, too. That should be a part of the educational a big part of the educational process.
But we live in a post-racial society.
Well, we don't live in a post-racial society. Dr. Gates found that out less than a month ago. We don't live in a post-racial society, even though he talks about
this stuff. I thought we beyond race. Barack Obama, he is a race-transcendent figure. We have transcended race.
Right. But see, President Barack Obama and that race-neutral approach has its limits. He's come to find out that, hey, that stuff doesn't work, and it has its limitations and stuff. We don't live in a post-racial society. That President Barack Obama and Bill Cosby and Dr. Gates, I'm sure many of them is becoming more aware of it now, and I'm sure they're aware of what's going on there, because they're going around giving the tough love lectures and stuff like that. And I know people have a problem with that. See, I don't have no problem with people, encouraging black folks to stand up and do what's right and stuff, but also provide action, do something, provide the resources and stuff like that, help and assist people. See, I remember when Dr. Bill Cosby, when Bill Cosby went around more than 6-7 years ago, started giving these lectures, these tough love lectures and stuff, and many people some people received them well, and some people didn't accept it, and many people were very critical of him. As a matter of fact, I know that other people got in his case about that because they felt that all he did was basically criticize black folks, black young people, but he didn't provide any resources, any ideas or agenda. Well, what's the approach? What should you do? I mean, any ideas? And I think that Bill Cosby has some, he has some interesting ideas, but I know that he had to try to change something. And I remember when him and Dr. Alvin Poussat, who talked to him about that after he spoke at various places, and he was not received very well by some people. That he needed to kind of change some things. He needed to rethink some things, right? And they came back with a book called "Come On, People." Came out a few years ago.
But the problem is that it's just like you have a white lower class, which we don't talk about. We always talk about the black underclass,
right?
But the black underclass, they don't read. They're just consumed with the travails of life. They don't even understand half the things you're talking about. How you gonna raise their consciousness?
Well, the thing about it, I think we could set up educational programs, like I said before, provide books and reading materials to brothers and sisters who are interested in learn about different things and stuff. Have lectures and forums and panel discussions and stuff, free and open to the public. Have workshops, stuff like that, show people how to do research and basically to empower people. And I think we can do that by becoming more informed and studying, doing research, and also acting. Because you can read and theorize all you want, but if you don't put in action, then it's just waste. It's just doing all the research and studying, reading, and getting a master's and PhDs and postgraduate degrees is just waste. If you don't use that information, use that training and education to help empower people.
But I've been accused of doing it. They say all we do is just do a couple of computer things, a public access show, a couple of videos on the computer, and that don't amount to nothing. Do people understand what we up against?
Well, see, I think that many people are not aware of what we're up against. These people are much more sophisticated, much sharper than people think. I mean, they have run different propaganda campaigns, and they're still doing that. I mean, they need to do research on the Creel Commission that talks about how they came up with different kinds of approaches, propaganda ideas to criticize, to demonize the Germans. See, the Creel Commission. See, Noam Chomsky has talked about this in the book. See, we need to become more informed. We need to read the works of Dr. John Henry Clark, Dr. Linda Jeffries, Dr. Marimba Ani, who wrote the book Urugu, Dr. Francis Cress Wilson, who wrote The Crest Theory of Color Confrontation and White Supremacy. We need to read the works of Chancellor Williams, The Destruction of Black Civilization, The Raven, the Rebirth of Black Civilization, Carter G. Woodson book, the Miseducation of the Negro. These are some of the works we need to read and study and cover, and also read Dr. Pino Joseph's books about black power in America. And once we become more informed, then we act. We need to become more activist-oriented. We need to get active with different organizations, join those different organizations and stuff like that, and push them to do what is right. Push them, whether join the Nation of Islam, join the Black Panther organizations that are around, join the NAACP, the Urban League. Force them to do what they're supposed to be doing, to help empower and franchise our people. join the women's organizations and stuff like that. I think it's important that we become active with various organizations and groups, and try to build strategic coalitions and strategic alliances with different organizations and groups. That's how we're going to become empowered. And we need to challenge those people who are helping them try to maintain the status quo, because they're the ones who are basically like the things like things the way they are, because they benefit from all this misery and stuff like that. They benefit from us not being disempowered and stuff like that. And so we have to empower ourselves by becoming more action-oriented and doing more research and becoming active in the community.
Randy, thank you, man.
Thank you.
You the man.
Oh, you the man.
Now we gotta come back. We gotta do this again, man, before it get cold, man. You know that.
All right.
Okay, Mr. Yahoo.
There you go.
All right.